honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Wait, that's wide, 80!
Mike 54! Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl! Shift, shift!
Hey, hey!
On first down, Jeffers. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
I got you. I got you. Watch twist. Watch twist.
72.
And to give this time to the tailback. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is third and 2.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hatch you. Hatch you.
Go Bandit!
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Wait, that's 380! Shadow!
Check Mike 54.
Alpha!
Shotgun now for Brady. Looking deep for Gabriel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let it. 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Shit.
Twist on the travel. Snap.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. 20. He finds Robinson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10.
Let's go. No, 66.
56. Mike 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Regular.
To throw again. Brady. Open man. Taylor Gabriel. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 1st down, Detroit. 16 yards on the pickup. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get in the weight room. Check 24. Check 24. Peek it.
Hey, ball 66.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Mike 54. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check.
Check it.
Watch 54.
Check, check, check. 3D. Hey.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Right, set. 53.
Check 56. Army, Army. Army, Army.
Right, again.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
Tie it right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Shadow.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
These two teams all tied after one. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
72. Hey, Delta.
58 Mike.
Alert.
Here's Brady. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here, flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another second and goal.
Check it, reload.
Now Brady. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Alert! 54. Hey, high 7.
54. Watch 54. It's a party now.
When he hit.
From the gun, it's Brady. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against? So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake. Potter, he's going to let one fly for Tate. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll start out on the ground with Carson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wait, what is?
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Regular.
Tighten up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, Brady. And this is Gabriel on the catch. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Don't get nervous.
Alert flare.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady going to throw. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Jeffers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist. 6 guys.
On second down now, Jeffers. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
Wait, that 53!
Like by 4. I'm coming. Watch out.
Alert! Grip! Hey, box truck! 72!
Brady now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Brady's got his guys 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
From the 17, Brady, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taylor Gabriel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
61, matchbox lights. Get it.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Watch the pass.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Potter uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Brady now to throw. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Hey, that's 380!
54 Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
Hey, check it!
Mike 5-4.
He's now!
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
54 Mike.
450!
Brady will try again on second down. Going back to Leonard. This time he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here I come again.
From the gun, Potter. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Kenny Vaccaro there to get a hand on that one. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
Check 99.
72.
Throwing on second and long. Brady. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Kill.
Shadow.
Kill.
380. Heck. Go stand it.
On third and long, it's Brady. To Shepard, complete over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Hey, Charlie.
Hit it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Going up top. He's got a man. Complete. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. 95 yards as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Second and 3 at the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Wait, that wide, 80.
Max 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch, switch, switch.
Alpha.
On 3rd down. It's Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable here for Davis. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Johnson on the counter. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And finally brought down at the 38. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Potter. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And it's a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
8, read.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Check, crunch.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And now with a play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. This time he'll look to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Ready, ready! 90, Wolf!
I'm coming after you!
Operating from the gun. Potter to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's second down and goal at the 5-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal.
Alert 3. Check. Press down. Throw out. Tighten up.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Santos with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Heavy on the edges.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Back now at Ford Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Wait, that.
Alabama.
380.
54. Oh, here we go. Oh. Switch.
Regular.
Throwing on second down. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On third down, Brady. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Brady now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Now Brady. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards for the Lions there and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Out to the right here to Shepard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw again on second down. Brady over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Brady now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Josh Hawkins with a pick. He was looking for Landry that time. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
There goes Duke Johnson. Touchdown, Chicago. Duke Johnson, an 80-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. Open man, Taylor Gabriel.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Check 31, check 31.
Alert! On 3rd down, Jefferson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Brady, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he connects with Ertz. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the screen. Pass. Joker, 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 joker.
They run again with Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Draw play. This is Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
56, Mike 56. Come on, boy.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Sugar! Go!
I'm coming for you.
Brady to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Orbit.
Right there, 54.
Wait, 28.
54.
72.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They go to Johnson again. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10. Their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On second down, Jeffers. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll keep it on the ground. Jeffers, and he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Chicago, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.